Sanjiv Puri is ready. Good afternoon, sir. Is my voice reaching you? This is Nikunj and with me is Aisha.
Yes, Nikunj, I can hear you and good afternoon.
So what has this budget done for the industry? What good it has done for the consumer? And what do you think budget has missed on when it comes to the consumer and the industry?
I think it's a very good, in fact, very fine budget because there are several positives in the budget. It's, as in the past, focused on inclusive and sustainable development. It's focused on building competitiveness and enhancing economic activity in the economy. So there are several important areas that have been specifically focused upon. I think enormous focus on agriculture. And agriculture, as you know, is has about nearly half of the workforce in the country. So improvement in farm incomes can have an enormous multiplying effect on the economy. And it's a sector with great amount of opportunity given the global concerns on food and nutrition security. India has the largest arable land. So very welcome focus there. Very strong focus on MSMEs and some very important, I think, requirements of MSMEs have been addressed. Very strong focus on exports and strong focus on investments in the economy in multiple ways. So I would say it's really touched upon very strong and important sectors, very labor-intensive sectors like footwear, toys, amongst others. And in addition to that, I think there's a very strong message on reforms and ease of doing business. Setting up that committee on the high-level committee on ease of doing business, working with states to incentivize and collaborate on the next set of reforms because a lot of the reforms have to happen now at the state levels. And, you know, what has been also very welcome is that along with this, there is significant relief being provided to the middle class. And, you know, consumption is about 60% of the economy. So providing a boost to that and this was much required at this time given the softness in consumption. So overall, I think it benefits certainly all the stakeholders in the economy. And I think a very positive budget.
Mr. Puri, this budget also marks a departure from the real strong commitment levels to expenditure to focus back on consumption. So is this a pivot? And if this is a pivot, what does that mean for the economy and what does that mean for everybody?
No, I don't know what pivot you are referring to. If you're referring to public capex, but if public capex I understand is 11.2 crores, so it's a significant number, it's a large number. And I think the government has been very consistently focusing on it. The Honorable Finance Minister also had said so in the earlier budgets, and we are talking about 11.2 crores, which is a significant number.
The industry will not be disappointed with this allocation of 11.1 crore number. I mean, you were saying that this is a welcome number, this is a good number, and this is a satisfactory number.
So, of course, the expectation of the industry had been higher, but yes, we do recognize that 11.2 is a significant number.
Quite tempted to make you don your ITC hat, and I'm sure, you know, that business is in a happy place now that there's definitely more money in the hands of consumers.
I think, as I said, it's a budget that is beneficial to all the stakeholders in the economy, and particularly a strong focus on sectors that are high labor intensity, sectors where economic activity can be enhanced and therefore jobs get created. So a very strong focus. So, you know, anything that empowers the economy and creates jobs, I think will be beneficial to all sectors, including the sectors that ITC is into, no doubt.
The hallmark of Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman budgets have been that they've been very conservative in terms of their assumptions for both growth and for direct tax. There is still a double-digit assumption for direct tax and other tax collections at a time when fiscal deficit is likely to come down. Is that a reasonable number in terms of the direct tax and the indirect tax assumptions for FY26?
See, we have noticed that, you know, the assumptions are always realistic and prudent, and we believe that that is the case this year too. Given the estimated nominal growth of the GDP, I think these estimates are reasonable, certainly.
You before the budget, the general view expressed by you and your and the CA office bearer was that this budget needs to focus on unemployment, which is job creation. It needs to focus on India making future ready with the focus on new sectors and new industries. And this budget needs to do perhaps the ease of making business better. Has this budget ticked all three boxes according to you, or only one or two?
No, it has ticked. It has definitely ticked. If you look at the sectors that this budget focuses on, say agriculture, MSME, footwear, toys, fisheries, and these are just illustrative examples. Taking an integrated approach to agriculture in 100 districts, 50 tourism destinations, where you know, the industry will also get infrastructure status. Now, these are very employment-generating sectors, and definitely augur well for employment generation. So very, very positive. If you look at the second part, which is on the, you know, the future-facing technologies, I think again the focus on innovation, the focus on nuclear plants, the focus on specific, you know, centers of excellence on AI, for example. So there are many such specific announcements that are made in this budget that will make India cutting edge in the future-facing technology. And the third one you spoke about also is about the consumer side, which has also been very well addressed.
Right. You know, the other thing, Mr. Puri, is which is concerning pretty much all of India is also the global uncertainty that we're currently in. I mean, many are saying, forget the budget, let's listen into what Trump would have to say overnight about tariffs. Tell me, how does the budget this time sort of try and comfort the local players, if you will, when it comes to what we're going to hear from Trump on its trade partners and tariffs?
See, this geoeconomics in the world has been quite uncertain in the past also, and this whole trend of globalization is going away. So I would really say a few things here that are important. One is that India needs to focus on sectors where there is opportunity and where India can become a global hub. And you find in the budget sectors clearly identified for that. If you look at, for example, GCCs, for example, if you look at the whole idea to take a sectoral approach on promoting exports by an integrated, you know, team across ministries, and this is something that CI has also advocated. These are the measures to develop certain sectors where there is opportunity, make them competitive. That's what we should do. Second, I think it's around this whole aspect of trade will be governed by integrating into global value chains, which requires a focus on FTAs, which the government is focused on. And second, it also requires some rationalization of customs, which the finance minister has done in this budget in certain sectors. And I think the third area, of course, this is a much of this you see is also not directly with the budget, but I think the organization being set up as an integrated body to look at exports will hopefully help to address all these areas very effectively. And the third one I'm speaking about is, given that certain parts of the world have got excess capacity and therefore dumping stocks all over the world, as well as India, so we do need an agile mechanism to respond to it. So these are I think three important facets that we need to address from a global perspective. And I think the integrated approach that the government has announced today is I believe will be effective and very welcome.
Okay, on that positive note, Mr. Puri, thank you so much for your time. We'll let you go on that note.
Thank you.